guys, this is Christian. Do soulmates exist? That's what I want to talk about today. And I discussed this with some people yesterday, and people have different opinions about this. And I've talked about it many times before, and there are all sorts of things that have been written about it. And a lot of people these days seem to not believe in it. There's some people that do, and then there's some people that feel it's like a really unhealthy thing to believe in, because you're putting a pressure on a person that no human being can fulfill, because you're putting your hopes in another person, that person is going to fulfill you and basically make you whole, so that you don't feel that hole in your heart anymore. And if that's what you believe about soulmates, then yeah, that's really unhealthy. But when people throw these terms around, they mean completely different things. One person will have this meaning when they say soulmates, and another person will have this. So to say that it doesn't exist, well, it totally depends on what you mean when you say that. And what I've seen to be true a lot of times, this is not always true, because I have friends that are happily married that don't believe in the one. They just believe that they got to pick someone, and they are happily married, and it's awesome. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I personally tend to believe that it's more specific than that, and I know tons of people that have had that type of experience and are now happily married to their soulmate, or the one, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't even matter. So why do I believe in that? Well, it's just that those people that do believe in those things just have really amazing love stories that are just outside of the norm, and God was just involved in those things in such an intimate way, in such a specific way, and I really love that. That's what I want, and that's why I believe in that. It's just a conviction that I have in my heart, and I don't know if you have that same conviction or not. I believe you can be happily married regardless. I really don't know exactly how this thing works, but what I do know is that if you have a relationship with Jesus, you're connected to your Father in heaven, and you've been adopted as sons and daughters, then there are certain privileges that comes with having that type of relationships, because sons and daughters tend to get what they ask of from their parents, in particular when your father is someone who is all-knowing, all-powerful. He's God. He knows everything, and he can do anything. He's limitless and perfect. So when you have a relationship with him and you ask things, you tend to get, the people that ask for things tend to get more than the people that don't ask. The people that pray for certain things tend to see more than the people that don't. For example, it was a season in my life where I'd never seen anybody get physically healed. Now, if I choose to believe that that was true, based on my experience, then I would never have seen amazing miracles that I have seen. And it just blows my mind just to think about it, just what God has done. So, just because I haven't seen anybody healed from walking out of a wheelchair and just start walking, does that mean that it's not possible? Because this is what people tend to do. They base their beliefs on their experience. And when I read a lot about this, there seems to be a lot of people that just have negative experiences. They have disappointments, so that's why they choose to not believe that there is a soulmate out there, or the one, because they want to protect themselves from disappointment. And protecting yourself from disappointment is not a way that you're going to see your innermost desires and dreams fulfilled. It's not the type of thinking that leads to that. Because to see your dreams fulfilled, if you have big dreams, then that requires faith, because you know that it's not something that's realistic. It's something that God has to do in a supernatural way. So, if you have that conviction in your heart and you believe, I really believe that there is someone specific out there for me, then hats off to you. I really believe that that is from the Lord, and don't let anyone discourage you just based on their negative experience. because just because they haven't seen it happen doesn't mean that it can't happen, because I've seen a lot of people that it's happened for. So listen to those people. Surround yourself with the people that have those testimonies, and don't let the people that hasn't seen it define what you believe to be true. Basically, and that's my encouragement for you. And yeah, you can't find the truth in something that the best will not be found in the opposite of the negative. Basically, if you take something that's, oh, this is not healthy, this is wrong, then I'm just going to go in the opposite direction, you're not going to find the right thing. You're just going to find another error on the other side of the spectrum. So it can't be based on that. And whenever I talk about these type of things, if there's ever anything that doesn't make sense that you would like me to explain more, or just any questions that you might have, just feel free to shoot a comment on YouTube or send an email, and I'll be happy to do a follow-up and answer the questions that you might have. So take care, guys, and see you next time.